Alright, looks like we got another person. Cool. There's our 20.
Perfect. Could I get the assist, please?
Yep, sure. I'll give you and Brent assist since you all know.
Now, look at the magic.
It's food if anybody missed it.
Ta-da!
Oh, I didn't even look at raid frames. I was just like, oh, cool, you put markers on it. That's an interesting add-on. I've not seen that one. Alright. See if we can get this monk in Discord. There's another person.
You mean the last person?
Well, I can't count. I didn't count how many.
We have 20.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so first and foremost, welcome. This group is going for the Chosen title, and the only way that this title is achieved is by killing the 3 bosses on Mythic difficulty without dying. But what this does mean, even if we do kill the boss and somebody does die, it is a personal achievement, which means you can still get the achievement so long as you haven't died on any of the 3 bosses. I'm fully aware that not everybody knows these mechanics, and this may take more than one, attempt to do it. I put that in open raid. I know I put it in the looking for group title. Please be aware. I'm not expecting perfection. I want people to learn this so we all can do it right and then kill it. And then if we have to come back the next week and do it again and everybody knows what they're doing, it'd be much better off. So thanks everybody that's showing up. If you want to continue to show up, I will be doing this again next Wednesday as well, same time. And I can link you a open raid sign up sheet because that'll be the best way to track people. We do have some people that are familiar with the fights, and I will be defaulting to them in any case that I don't understand or not sure how to implement the mechanic. However, for Odin, it's pretty much like it is on Heroic. If you ever did Heroic, we split the first 2 bosses. Obviously, I would like to have the ranged in the center somewhere, and I will be pointing Herja over towards the square. That way, when she does her shield of light, you can just kind of stand in a line, soak the beam, and go back to doing what you're doing. There are some additional mechanics to this. When he summons ads, you'll get a marker for a specific rune over your head. When you get that, you need to run to that rune, and there will be an ad that will follow you. That ad needs to die within the circle of that rune. This will make it so that the boss's unerring blast, I think is what it's called. It's a group-wide AoE. It'll make sure that it does less damage. There is an additional mechanic for Mythic where you will be given a sort of like color buff for a specific rune, and then if you go meet other people, I guess, I think it's other people or that rune specifically, if you go touch that rune, it should give you a buff, which then will reduce it further. Phase 1, so go ahead.
This mechanic is actually a one-shot mechanic for this boss. So, as our raid leader mentioned, when Odin spawns 5 ads, you need to immediately drag them to a corresponding rune. Raid needs to help kill them quickly because once they die, they put a colored rune on 4 people in raid, and those 4 people needs to run and get that rune to gain a shield against his spell, which will follow. If we don't kill all the ads, some people won't get a shield and they will just die.
And that's on Mythic though. Once all the ads die, everybody gets a rune, and so everyone needs to go to the appropriate rune, and you just need to stay in it. Enduring Blast isn't. It doesn't. It always goes off now in Mythic, like no matter what. And if you're not in a rune, you'll just die. It reduces the damage you take by 90%. You can if you have some kind of immunity, you can and you're not in your rune, you can survive. But most people just need to be in the rune, or you'll just die. So after all the 5 ads die, so first it's just 5 people get a mark, and the ads are on. Then put your ad in the rune. When we kill them all, immediately everyone will get runes. And even if you had a rune, you might get a new rune. So be ready for that too.
Alright. Seems clear enough. Going on to the next part is once we push him to the well, actually, once we kill both of these bosses, which basically bring them down, I think it is to 30% or 25% health. It might be 25. They'll go away. Odin will come out, and then we'll have to, beat on Odin. Periodically, he'll call down one of the 2 bosses that we were just fighting, and everybody will need to switch to it and nuke it as fast as possible. He'll continue, he'll send out spears that will break, and they're golden orbs, just like if you've ever done the Mythic Plus. You'll get stunned if you hit one of the little orbs. You'll take a bunch of damage if you hit the swirly. Don't do that. Just avoid it, and then handle the ads the same way. And then when we push them to phase 3, 2/3 of the floor will be, full of shit, I guess. And then one spot will be clear. We'll stand there. If you get a tornado, you need to run it out as far as you can, preferably on the outside of the room, in a place where it won't come in contact with people. And the tank will periodically get a spear thrown at him. That spear needs to be taken out as far as possible, or the tank needs to be bopped to completely immune the damage. The additional mechanic on Mythic is that he will put similar runes over top of people's heads, but you'll need to group up together according to your rune, because after 6 seconds or so, you'll do a AoE splash. And if you're next to anybody that doesn't have the same color or shape of rune that you have, it will potentially kill the other person.
There is a way to for phase 3. There is a way to cheese it. The explosion does 500,000 damage only. So if everyone is spread around, we can just take the AoE damage and laugh at him. Need to be spread like 10 yards apart. So either you stay with a person with the same rune, or you move the fuck out.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to the fight, but there are a couple things that can get you killed. Yep, if I need bop, I'll say something, either solid or Leoric. Anybody got any questions? I think we should be able to light these guys up pretty quickly.
Hell yeah.
No, don't worry about it, Solid. We're talking about the spears. Solid will be...
Yeah.
He'll be taking the square. Well, he'll be taking Himdall to square. I'll be taking Herja to diamond. We need to DPS these as evenly as possible before they transition at that low health percent. We don't want one to, you know, be 30% different than the other. That would be bad. Yep. Melee DPS should be on Herja. Range DPS should be on square. So melee diamond, range square. Obviously, if we're not even, you'll have to swap, but, you know.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No, we should save that, right?
Yeah.
It's phase 3.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
phase three.
We want to save it.
Okay. Alright, there's the shield, the line. Laser beam, stand in front.
We're on him, doll.
Yeah, we have a shit ton of people on Herja.
3, 2.
Slow down on Herja, guys.
Yo, stop. Oh, God. He fucking pushed her. Go quickly. Go quickly to Himdall.
4.
If you got an add-on, you take it. Good. Good job. Kill the ads.
Yeah, kill these. That rune phase got. If we push between phases, the rune phase just cancels sometimes.
Yeah, I remember that from Heroic.
How many you want to swap on?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I'll just,
Just wait till you're getting hit.
Herja's up, switch to her. She's at diamond.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Runes and
Take your ads to the runes. Kill them.
help kill Dorzad.
Purple needs to go to the marker by square.
Alright, I'm gonna take him.
That's fine.
Shit.
Good. Unring blast in 15. So just make sure you're on your rune.
Oh, I happened to get the rune that I was right next to.
Hell yeah. That's the
4,
dream.
3, 2, 1.
Unerring blast. Oh, fuck.
There you go. And then just continue. That's like pretty much everything.
Cool, cool.
Tank can just absorb that shit.
Yeah.
I only got
Himdall. Himdall.
Yeah. Until
4, 3, 2.
Spread out for horn.
Can you move the boss a little farther?
Runes in 5.
4, 3,
Damn, I gotta be across the fucking map.
Yeah.
Alright, get your ads.
Wow, because of that.
Help people kill them.
Yup, just kill them. This is phase 3. It's on the left side, right side of the room. Take your tornadoes to the wall.
Oh, and tornadoes are super deadly in this version, so just make sure you're moving them away. They'll be full like really fast.
4,
Drop them on the wall, guys.
2,
Lust, thank you.
Stack up with your like colors, so people with the same room type get near each other.
4,
Or we can all group up more or less.
You didn't taunt him at all, you bastard.
I got knocked in the air.
4, 3.
It's on the right side, left side.
Somebody left in the middle of the fight.
Yep.
4, 3, 2, 1.
They're left. We can stack up more or less, but just stick with your people is the safer thing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we got it. Good job. Sorry for anybody who died, but we, like I said, we'll be doing this again.
Yeah. If you died, don't leave because you're mad or something. This is not the only time this is happening.
Yep. I'll be more than happy to continue to run this until you get yours. One of the healers would res, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. next person that asks for a res, I'm gonna kick.
I think the healers are dead. Oh no, the priest is alive. They got him. Alright. Once you're alive, you can port down, talking to Odin, that'll take you to this place.
By the way, if you die on trash, you lose the chosen.
Let's not die on trash. We're gonna do this one mob at a time, okay? Cool.
So that means when we get to the trash after Garm, when the Valkyries are there, then you need to dispel the
Yes.
drowning.
Oh yeah.
Or heal them if they have the one that you automatically die if you don't get healed.
That would be bad. That'd be a really shitty way to lose your fucking buff.
Also, another thing to point out for everyone too is if you have the Magnum Opus mech, that's like people usually wear that for this, especially on like Helion. It's useful, so it's something to think about.
That is a good point.
What was the point? Sorry, I just turned off.
Wearing Pride Ass. Yeah, wearing Pride Ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with our, well, most people's item level. That's a hefty bubble for this content.
Oh yeah, it's pretty nice.
I have never equipped Pride as in my life, so maybe I don't think I need it as a prot, but maybe
God, fucking gripped up to the top again. I fucking hated when that used to happen. I remember why.
we would leave guildies because people aren't paying attention to people getting repetitively pulled.
It's usually a tank. At least it was me. I remember that happening a lot. Motherfucker. What a dick. I'm running. I'm trying to outrange him.
You
can't
just
outrange
kill him.
No, I just want him to come down instead of keep gripping me up.
Alright, doors are open.
We gotta get other people out of combat. Okay, that's better. Except that guy's not gonna die. I forgot about that too. I think you get to purge or dispel his buff or whatever he gets. It's too bad the BOEs that drop in here aren't really worth anything anymore.
Now we'll see how people's mechanics are.
Well, we should.
Oh, you said Zerg.
Yeah, we're gonna try and Zerg it.
Okay.
So we just need a 20th person, and then we should be able to try.
Yeah, every group I've ever done with has zerged this. I could go with the mechanics too, but that's something we can't end up doing. But it's just way better.
It's
Yeah.
a waste of time trying to learn to teach people how to run with those clouds.
Yeah, I watched the video a couple times, and I was like, "Yep, this is gonna be a pain in the dick to fucking invite people or teach people."
Okay, who is the strongest healer in our group?
Solid bottom.
No. Yeah, that's right. I'm the strongest healer. Fucking Prot Warrior.
In my defense, I wasn't in the trash fight. I was touching myself.
I would ask our 2 paladin healers to go DPS.
Yeah, if any of the healers have a DPS spec, if you could swap, that'd be great. Yeah, on Odin, it's between me and Yuri, the shaman. Psycho was a quick, close
Taking
second.
all my healing away.
Alright, so we got one person to switch deeps. I guess the other healers don't have specs. Rip.
Zoro,
Where's that weapon of legend when we need it?
basically tank him on blue square. And melee, be careful because he has a tail sweep, so you cannot stand at the back of him, you have to stand at the side.
Alright, well, they don't have DPS specs, so I guess we're stuck with 3 healers. Well, just pump out whatever deeps you can in heal spec. It should be fine.
Holy shock.
Holy shock procs for the win.
Make sure to last at full.
Alright, yep. Please, hero on the pull, and I will pull the boss immediately to square. Yes. The boss will be faced at square.
In range, you guys can just hang out like back here, so like loosely spread out, like just on spec out, like where we are more or less this one, or anywhere on the side of the room. The only thing new he does, he'll put a magic debuff on people, and it's not something to really worry about. But what it does is when it expires, you'll get like one of his 3 breath debuffs, and if you dispel it, it goes to the nearest person, and it'll expire on them instead. So the only danger is if you get 2 of them, because he's gonna do it a couple times. If you get targeted twice, you could die.
He won't in phase 1.
Oh, okay.
In phase 1 he does it twice and he picks people without a debuff.
Gotcha. Alright, well then, it really shouldn't be any danger. He just still does that flame lick ability, so if you get hit by that, don't be near anyone because it'll spread.
Yeah, so if you're anybody, just loosely spread out.
Let's hope.
Alright.
Yes.
Yep, let's hope we do. Blow him the fuck up. I mean, Odin died pretty quick, so.
5, 4,
Oh,
Three.
yeah, this guy's gonna.
2,
No, Herja
1.
died pretty quick.
3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread out if you got your shit. Goodbye, warrior.
Yeah, guys, only the tanks need to take it, so if you're melee, just
Yep.
hang out elsewhere.
4,
DK, get out of it.
2, 1.
Oh, yeah, anti-magic, okay.
He's almost dead. I think we're okay.
Yep.
Ooh. Got wrecked. I was in green though. The fuck? No. Ah. I know. Ah, I'm so sad.
Solid bottom for the win.
But
To be fair, I didn't expect us to one-shot
No, I
Helia.
didn't expect you to get it.
No, I meant Helia.
Sorry.
the fuck killed me?
I don't know because I didn't take any damage,
Yeah, no.
and you just got deleted.
Yeah, he hit me for 10 mil and it overkilled me for 1,000,000. Really, I absorbed 4 million of it, but then 1 million went through. That's so gay.
Oh, there
Rip,
it is.
rip IP.
What was the what got you?
Salty spittle. It was the breath.
I got
I didn't have something up. I should have popped spell reflect. I'm dumb.
Because when you did that, he was already at like 30% increased damage.
Yeah.
I haven't tanked this before, but I'm going to in the future. Did you guys just stand in 2 different breaths? Or...
Yeah.
Yes.
I stood in blue and he picked purple.
Man, that's
Yeah.
That's so easy.
Yep. I just should have popped a cooldown. I was like, oh no, I'll be fine.
I didn't even know if we should have picked the same one. I just picked one and it worked.
Yep.
Apparently purple doesn't do as much damage as green. LOL.
Was purple on the was that the,
Far right.
the one closest to the raid? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
closest to the raid.
People kept standing in it is why. it would
Well,
get
the
less damage
first
too.
one and second one, nobody did. The third one, like 4 people stood in it. So yeah, no, it is. It is what it is.
It died because you died, so.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna punch somebody after I died. Because it's 30 yards instead of like the 8 or whatever it used to be.
It's because people are cheesing it.
I would too. I mean, fuck.
You want to pull this stuff before we go to the other side?
Yeah. We should pull the shit in front first
That's
too.
what I was talking about.
Oh, I just saw the guys on the side get pulled first, so
That wasn't me.
I saw something glowy in yellow.
What's on PPS?
Well, I'm feared for a bajillion seconds. So. Hey, what the hell?
You die?
No!
Oh, you fall in the water?
He did.
Yeah, the water kills. So if you
Yeah,
wanna-
I know it does, but I got feared for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I went to hit my divine shield to bubble out of it, and then it grayed out.
Oh, that dang it, man. Well, it's okay. I'm super confident we're all gonna die at some point on this, so it's okay.
Oh, you know, I just was like, I wanted to be able to use it against Weiso the rest of my life.
Yeah, because he doesn't have much over me at the moment.
Whatever.
This is bringing back up Ursoc.
Oh man, I can't believe I died in trash.
I'm guessing we're gonna die in the first 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, most likely. So if one of you guys, because I gave both of you assist, if you want to place markers, I can, you know, talk about mechanics. At least the ones that I know in the first phase. So, if you've ever done this fight, she has a breath mechanic, she has some orbs, and she has some tentacles. The breath mechanic typically gets put down through the center of the room in the first phase. When that happens, whoever gets hit by it will take a shitload of damage, and that usually means you will die if you're not a tank. She will also, because this is the first phase, spawn green blobs wherever, you know, the breath goes. And those green blobs need to be killed immediately. They don't have a lot of health, but they do need to be focused. That way, when they, you know, finish their cast, the green shit they put on the ground is as small as possible. Otherwise, we'll lose valuable real estate. The tentacles she does in a pattern. On Mythic, there's 2 and 3 that happen at a time, depending on what rotation she's on. And these need to be soaked by people, preferably with those that have a mechanic immunity to make it so that they don't have to have a bunch of people soak with them. Yep, thanks for coming.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. As for the orbs are going to, basically they pick a tank, a DPS, and a healer in the first phase, and they have to be run so that they don't pretty much hit the raid and kill people. It also persists in phase 2, or sorry, phase 3, and there are different positions which we'll be taking to handle those. The cool thing about the orbs is if you're, you know, a tank or a melee or anybody that's running up, usually tank or melee, you can run along the side of the stairs, the wall here, run up the stairs, and then drop down over the side and go back to your position. It does tend to alternate between ranged and melee for who it picks, but it'll always pick a tank, a healer, and then one of those.
On Mythic now, there's a specific. We'll be grouped in melee and range, and there's the first set is going to be it always targets range, and the second is always melee. They alternate. And now in Mythic they have cutters between them, so they have like lasers that attack. There'll always be 3 targets, and they'll form a triangle. And if you run through the cutter, you just get like, I mean, you can maybe take a tick of it, but you just get one shot pretty much.
Yeah, it hits really hard.
Yeah. So positioning, you can do it a couple of ways. One way I've had a group do is where range will hang out back here. And the moment it goes off, they take off up the stairs. Another way I've done it is where range stands up close, where a little bit past blue, like in that nook, and then they just run the orbs back. Typically, melee stands more about here, like in between. I'll just put down. You guys can move markers if you want, but they would stand. I think this is usually more like what if we wanted to have blue, or if we want to have range up front. The grouping is like this, and you would aim Helia's breath about where Moon is, or maybe a little closer, because she'll target a tank for the breath, and so just wherever you face her is where she does the breath. In the first set of orbs, or pretty much the moment we start, we'll go into our positions. All range will go to blue. All melee will hang out on red. And when the first set of orbs comes out, it's ranged. It's going to be 3 people. Those people need to book it back this way. You want to just run directly back. If you get extra time, you can go the stairs if you need to kite more, but they don't last that long. And that's going to be the same when the melee call happens, is the melee is going to run directly back this way, and no one should really be back here anyways. For her breaths, the orbs, I know the first one, like her breath will come out at the same time the first set of orbs do, so it's really important that melee goes and kills the oozes, because range might be freaking out a little bit about the orbs, and generally if the orbs aren't on you, your set, it's up to you to kill all the oozes that come out. But anyone can help with them. And that's really all. That's everything for like phase 1.
So with the tentacles, do we want to assign specific people? Because we have a couple that can take them.
The smashing ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had people. You should definitely assign people. I don't actually. I never paid attention to the assignments, but it's usually hunters, like anyone with some kind of decent like immunity or block. I think hunters with their turtle shield.
Yep, turtle, ice block, bop. It's either bop or the other bubble.
It's physical, so it's bop.
And that's gonna happen probably like once, I think. They're gonna spawn. They spawn about where her hands, like almost where a little bit to the right of Red X, then about on Moon, and it's just a big rumbly looking like smash. And you should, I think one person just needs to soak it, right?
Yeah, because you can have, for the first set, they line up on top of each other, and you can just have the person pop their immunity and sit until they both hit.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, it should be. I think assignments are the way to go for sure, though.
Gooch, you want to do that for me?
Well, what about someone who's already died?
Well, Diddy, you've already died.
But you're using an immunity. It's
Yeah,
virtually impossible to die. You should be thankful for this opportunity.
What's the,
Alright, so what do I do?
If I can survive with like I can do I have a 40% reduced damage. Can I?
Well, just tell me what
I
to
can probably
do.
survive with that.
So all you have to do is there's going to be 2 giant tentacles at the front of the room that crisscross. You just need to stand in the rectangular dust cloud, basically, that is for both of them, and it will just smack down. And you need to make sure that before they smack down, you pop turtle, and then that's it. They will both smack you, and then you'll go on.
Okay, yeah. Just tell me when to stand in and I will.
For phase 2 gets a little crazy. I'm just gonna put these markers up top, and that'll be our little things. Pretty much, we're all gonna when phase 2 starts, we're gonna be split into 2 groups. One to the right, left platform. When you get up there, there's gonna be a tentacle on each side. It's very important that they die within 10 seconds of each other, or else I feel like I think if something else bad happens, but for sure, just the one you don't kill in time just goes back to full health. But we're gonna go up there. You usually need to start DPS on the tentacle right away, but the most important thing is in the middle of the platform, a mist. I think they're called mistweavers. Is going to spawn. It's like a caster. One of these Stormheim people. All she does is she's going to cast one spell over and over again. If you interrupt it, it's just going to start the cast over. And she just spams it, and those need to be interrupted every time. If they go off, it makes Helia do her waves more frequently, which is something we want. And it also does like an AoE damage. If multiple go off, we would just probably wipe. It's like you have to interrupt like all of them. They're a long cast, so just if you're doing interrupts, just don't waste your interrupt like right away. You want to let her get most of the cast off. It's like a 2, maybe 3 second cast or something. But they need to die instantly. So those things, when they spawn, kill them. When we get up there, they'll spawn pretty much almost immediately. There'll be a little delay where you can attack your tentacle, but they'll spawn quick. Then we need to kill the tentacles, and they're boss frames on the side, so just make sure you're watching the tentacles. They need to die at like the same time. Once those die, we're gonna hop right down to blue and moon. We're pretty much where blue is and the opposite side, and the next set spawns, so you can jump off your platform. And you're gonna fight those tentacles. When we're down here on the bottom, one Mistweaver will spawn somewhere here. She can be like right about where I am now. She can spawn in the middle, or she can spawn on like the other side. But somewhere on the bottom there'll be one, so we need to kill that. If you see it, just call it out, and everyone needs to turn to it and kill it. Once these tentacles die, I believe we're going. I think we go back up top.
Yeah, they go back up. It's either up top or in the back.
Yeah, I guess I think there's only. I think if you mess up, you get another one or something. But it might just if there's only 3. I think there might just be 3 phases. So we go to the very back. To where, and I can mark this too. That'll be helpful. So you're gonna hang out back here, and these are gonna be where the other tentacles spawn. And we're gonna be fighting those. And pretty much anytime we're on the bottom, there's gonna be one Mistweaver somewhere. And then every time we go to the top, we're probably gonna get 1 or 2 sets of Mistweavers each on that side. So it's just super important. Sometimes when we transition, they might spawn, like let's say we just finished the top and we're jumping down, they might spawn. If they do, you have to get back up there and kill it right away. Aside from that, for tanks, the big thing, and this is for DPS too, periodically during the fight, the ads are going to come in, and you're going to get a Grime Lord on one side, and you're going to get, they're like a pirate, some kind of swashbuckler.
Same as heroic, right?
Yeah. And
okay.
so those are still super important. Those are priority targets, but the Mistweavers are the most important, and then those are next, and then tentacles are last. So that's just the priority.
Mistweaver, Lantern Guy, Giant.
Well, we'll be split up on the top. So that Grime Lord one will be on the left first. The other one will be on the right. No, you kill the one that's on your side, whenever it pops.
Yeah, and they spawn about on these stairs, so just grab them, and you can pull the, you want to pull them up to the top. It's fine. Their abilities are pretty important. The swashbuckler, he just does like he drops these like patches not patches, but he does this like multi AoE strike that he telegraphs it on the ground in several spots. So avoid that. And the Grime Lord is super important because he puts Rotting Decay on somebody, which it's lasts about 6 seconds, and every maybe 2 seconds it pulses. Used to if someone was near you when it ended, you would spread it. Now every time it does damage, it spreads. So if you're targeted with it, because I think it only targets 1, maybe 2 people when he puts it out, you want to get away from the group. It's safest for you to probably come down like towards the bottom of the platform, and just avoid everyone. If you spread that, that'll just wipe the raid for sure.
Yeah, Fetid Rot is 5 yards. So when the Grime Lord comes out in phase 2, you need to make sure that you are spread 5+ yards. If you have DBM, you can do /range space the number 5, and you'll get a little text box that pops up that'll tell you if anybody is within that range of you. And you can move it wherever you want on your screen.
I guess going to, and that's pretty much all for phase 2. Once we finish all our tentacle sets, we're going to go to phase 3. Phase 3 is very similar to phase 1 with a few changes. The most important thing is the moment we phase, it is very important that range get back to blue as fast as possible, because the range cutter comes out, or the range orbs come out almost like right away. So if you can't make it back to blue, it's also safe for you just to come, like, you want to come back to the right of the room. You want to make sure that the orbs are going to be somewhere along here. If you're at the very front, you're going to be generally safe because people know to move away from there. And if you can't make it there, come back here and you can just kite when the orbs come out. And when it's over, you can get into your position. The one big change here is that her breath now it doesn't spawn oozes anymore. She's going to spawn these purple like puddles on the ground that need to be soaked. No matter what you're doing, no matter who you are, you need to go try to soak one. Because if one goes unsoaked, everyone in the raid gets hit by that same one. And they put a debuff on you that absorbs healing. And if it isn't healed off, so if it isn't healed away, you get mind controlled. And the mind control, it can be broken, but you have to DPS the person to 10% health, and you don't get healed back up after, so it's very likely that you'll just die if you get mind controlled. If someone does soak the orb correctly, they will still get the debuff, but just the entire raid won't get it. So ideally, we soak all of them, and only the people who soak them get the debuffs, and just heals. Just make sure you're healing that often, so they don't get mind controlled. That's just the big thing. That's about all I can think of in phase 3 that's really different. We still get cutters. I think now in phase 3 we will get an ad periodically. So we'll get a Grime Lord and the Swashbuckler guy alternating. So when they come out, they're priority target over Hylia. And the moment we hit phase 3, especially, I would say right after the first range cutter, we'll pop Heroism and just blow it up. It's super chaotic though, and it's likely there's gonna be some deaths once we hit phase 3, I'm sure. So be ready. I don't have anything else to say.
Yep. We have Yuri go back to heals, please. That way we can just make sure we have all of the spells we need. Thank you. So in the first phase, Gooch will be soaking the first set of tentacles. If we have any other sets, then we'll see, but I don't think we will, because we just have to push her to 65%, and that should happen pretty quickly, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the important thing, guys, here in the first phase is handling orbs. Everybody that is ranged and heals, and the off tank needs to stand on square. If you are a melee DPS, you stand Not exactly the red marker, because I'm going to be pointing this breath down the middle, and red will probably get you hit. But you need to be standing off to the side. That way, when the orbs come in, you're not going to get too screwed up about where you're standing. If you get picked for the orb, you run against the wall, up the stairs, or just hang in the back till it disappears. Because obviously she has a huge hitbox in your range, so it's not like you know, are gonna get screwed over. But if you're melee, you can run up. If we get a second set of orbs, that's the melee orb, and then you'll actually have to run backwards and take it as far back as possible.
Why? So remind me of the taunting game on this.
As soon as I get hit with the breath,
9 months.
as soon as I get hit with the breath, because you're not supposed to be in front of her when we start, you'll switch with me as soon as I get hit.
Alright, cool. Yep, got it. Just had to get that little jog of memory there.
Also, I'm not 100%, but I think both orb sets can target healers. I don't know if that's true.
I know it picks a ranged, a tank, and a healer, because it's only 3 people. And in phase 3, the orbs don't pick tanks at all.
Okay, well,
That's what the guide said that I listened to earlier.
well, we generally have I mean, you know, it's still the same. Our groups are pretty close, so it's still about the same thing. But just if we can stack this close, I think the 2 groups just with range. Make sure you guys are like hugging this wall when you're coming back this way, because your cutters might like graze melee.
Yep, and melee, as soon as the breath goes off, make sure you're switching to the globs in the center. The green oozes need to be killed immediately. Groups, let's see.
Ultimately, if it ends up being that we're having problems with like tentacle, you can always just swap like range or DPS later. Is good. One thing to keep in mind too is that if you're in the group that's going to the right, to the nipple, to the right side, you have access to your tentacle right away. Just be careful doing that. You're welcome to dot it up as you're running up, but keep in mind that the group going to the left is not going to be able to do that, and they're going to hit their tentacle fresh. So generally speaking, the right group like almost always damages theirs like faster. So just be careful.
Please learn what group you're in.
Yep, if you're not sure what group you're in, hit your O button, go over to your raid tab, and look. That'll tell you what raid group you're in.
And remember, this is just the first day of getting this all mastered, and then people that return will bring the skill with them, and we will have more and more people not dying, and we will all get our achievement. We can all hug each other and never see each other again.
Alright, so if everybody would move over to the right hand side of the room for the initial pull, I'd appreciate it. Alright. Diddy, you might want to move.
Oh, Gooch, you're such a flatterer.
5, 4,
Here we go.
2, 1.
Remember, melee be on your red X.
You guys want to be pretty tight in your areas.
Beware.
Yep, range, get close.
1.
Okay, melee, this is us, and range orbs are coming out.
Man, that orb picked.
Where YSO?
Yep. Kill those orbs, guys. Kill those slimes, everybody.
3, 2,
Here comes tentacles. Gooch, get ready.
4,
Beware.
2, 1.
Melee cutter is in the areas, so make sure you're running back.
Oh.
I didn't know where to go. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was to our left. It was the dust clouds. You didn't see the giant tentacle in the front?
Beware.
I think I did to the left.
Yeah, it was just to the left.
That's what we're talking about.
Yep.
Or
2,
slimes.
1.
Alright. Well, the tank's down.
Why are you down?
Because I got killed.
Beware.
4, 3,
Yeah.
So,
1.
We should,
okay.
I'm not sure what we're missing on the. I'm not 100 like on the targeting. I mean, you looking at would be as much knowledge as I have on it. So it's generally ranged, isn't that one? I think healers need to go from like range group when it's range swords, and then you go stack with melee. Is I think what you're supposed to do.
I didn't know that one of the tentacles spawned in the back.
I didn't see one in the back.
The second time.
Yeah, the second time they are in the back, but the first time it should be just there. We were only 1% off from pushing her to phase 2, so
Yeah.
I'm not worried about this second set.
Your job is just to soak that first one that spawns, that spawn that you saw. It's not to go to every single tentacle or to find it. It's just to soak that tentacle.
Okay.
But I do think there's 2 in the beginning, and they should overlap. But I only saw 1, so... Did anybody else see a second tentacle the first time that it came up?
There was one at Moon going diagonally. Did anybody see another one?
I don't need feast, thank you though. I got a bunch.
Yeah, I didn't notice, but I'll check it out. I can also be if we want to do them like assign 2 people, I can definitely just help soak one. I can
Okay, well, I mean, if you think you can get it, be my guest.
So the first one always spawns on Moon.
Yeah, there's also one, I did see it, it was coming from X. It was just right across the center here, diagonally from X. And then the orb spawned. As soon as the orbs spawn, you guys here on range, you need to run straight back. Everybody run straight back. And if you don't have the orb, obviously you can sidestep, but then melee, you need to be ready. Range don't have to stack back up after the orbs. You guys can stay in the back here. Because it's only that first orb is the ranged orb. That's why we want you stacked. After that goes off, you're free to be in the back some.
we should just. I think they should go back because we're gonna get another set, and it's like if people start moving around, it'll get crazy. So it's pretty safe over there.
Okay, all right. I just figured people were dying because of that, but I guess it was melee that were dying.
Our cutters were definitely spread across. Ideally they should be all clumped together on like the range group and go back. So they were. I don't know, like the positioning something like that. I think it might have been the healer situation, but it could be anything. I'm not 100% on the assignments for it. Just the positioning more.
Okay. I think he just wants us to pull quickly. Alright, let's try this again.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright,
Remember-
So as soon as I get the taunt swap, I'm moving over to where you're standing.
Yep. And I gotta go over to where the melee stand.
Beware.
2, 1.
It picked me for the orb, goddammit. Sorry if that got you killed. I didn't even get a chance to run away.
Yeah, it might just be that the off tank also.
Four,
Just, like whoever's not
three,
actively thinking needs to go
two.
save.
Alright, here's tentacle. Next orb is melees. They're coming out in 3.
Beware.
2, 1.
Soak that dust cloud.
I'm in both of them.
Did you get your breath?
No,
Okay.
Beware.
just now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Kill the slime. Pick me again for the fucking orb.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, she swapped. Go to your spots. And 1 and 3 right, 2 and 4 left. Kill your Mist Watcher. Don't interrupt her. Alright, good. If the tentacles don't die within 10 seconds of each other, one despawns.
Focus on the Prime Lord.
Kill the big ads, please.
Right's done.
Alright. Ours is done too. Kill these tentacles down here. Just stack on your spots. Range, kill these ads.
No one's taking the ground.
Beware.
Is that yours, Wyso?
I don't know where it is, I can't see it.
It's a giant.
Oh, it's on the other side.
Yeah, that was your side.
No, I'm right side.
No, yeah, you're 2 and 4, solid. We're left.
Yep, you're left. That's okay.
Okay, that's going to be virtually impossible for me to get over there because of the way the tank swapping is. I am clear across the room.
No, you'll have plenty of time. The ads don't spawn that fast.
I got up the stairs and the ad was already spawned, Wyso.
Yeah, the mist caller, that one's not that big a deal. That one needs to be killed, but it doesn't need to be tanked. Like, you can tank it, obviously it'll, respond to your threat, but it's not going to melee anybody. All she does is cast one spell.
That was better. I think. I guess let's just try with the orb phases. So when the melee one is first, all healers be with the melee, and then just whoever's not tanking. When it comes off, goes in earlier as well. And make sure you guys are stacked really tight on your. I'm gonna move this over just slightly for the melee. Just stack tightly on them. It'll make it easier. I think some people are just getting picked off because you guys are like spreading or like pretty loose around it all.
Yeah.
You're safe to stand on each other because when the orbs spawn, it's not the orb isn't really what hurts you. It's just the very narrow cutter in between all three. So like when they first spawn and the orb is on you, they start moving right away and the cutters don't spawn instantly. So you're not gonna get hurt if you're stacked in a group and the 3 people move out like they're supposed to. That was good though.
Yeah, the issue I have with that orb is I had the boss and she still spawned it on me.
Yeah, I think hopefully this will fix it. I'm not. I have to ask too. If we don't get it to, I can ask like I have a group I do with this on another character that I can ask that our leader like for some tips too. Then we didn't talk about dispelling, but healers just the moment I forget what it's called, but the like corrupted core looking. It's the only magic debuff she puts out. Just make sure you guys are dispelling those like instantly, because they're permanent in this difficulty, so they just have to be dispelled. So at least dispel them like pretty quickly if you can.
Alright. Let's go with what we have. It's not going to make a huge difference. That healer barely did anything. Alright, let's try this.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Wow,
One.
he was bad.
I mean, to be fair, other than one shots, there's not a lot of healing.
4,
Beware.
2, 1.
Watch out. We'll get hit by Cutter.
4, 3,
Tentacles.
1.
4,
Beware.
2, 1.
What?
I barely got my turtle shot off.
Beware.
4, 3,
Kill the blobs.
1.
Good, she didn't pick me this time.
Beware.
4, 3,
She's transitioned.
1.
Beware.
No one's going to the left. Oh, probably dead.
Yeah, average.
Alright. Yeah, we have a lot of people dead anyway. Just wipe it up.
It's cool. It's just like once we
You just gotta get used to it.
I'll try to pay attention to who. I know one of those targets was in one of them was in the melee group that time, so I didn't see who was on those, so I don't know if it was something.
Thank you. The guy death gripped me above when I jumped down earlier. Yeah, when I got picked for mine, I hadn't even had a chance to run to switch places with the tank that just got hit. So maybe do we wanna delay the taunt for after? Cause she's not gonna kill me with that debuff. I'll take some extra damage, but I don't think she's gonna hit me that hard.
We could run 3 tanks.
Beware.
No, I think you were right that I think you guys can delay it. I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, let's try that this time. Delay the taunt swap till after that set of orbs comes out.
That makes sense if it's the tank.
'Cause
yeah, it's always gonna be on one of you guys, so it just makes sense to be ready to go.
Yeah, because when I tried, I was like, oh, I just swapped, and I'm still in the center of the room, and it fucking dropped an orb on me. I'm like, alright, somebody's gonna die.
Hell yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I'm sure that'll fix that. So nice.
Can only hope. I think the priest healer had to go. They were telling me that they had to take like a 20-minute break in 10 minutes. Let's see if we can find a replacement. So the tentacle strike does 6 million nature damage. So you could have the tank take the one in melee. If we popped a cooldown.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd be fine.
This 6 million is not a lot. With because I know I tried to stand in the one before we phased. Let me see if it did anything to me. Nope, don't go back that far.
Well, do we want to say, like, are you suggesting the off tank, whoever's not on Hylia, or do you think it matters, like the tank?
I don't think it matters because her breath does nothing to me.
Yeah, I don't think she really does much to you guys.
No.
You're just hanging out.
Because
if you guys wanna take, if we want to say that tanks grab like the left one, and then myself and Gooch can make sure one of us at least gets the right.
yeah, so it does 5 million frost damage, and I can reduce that by 50% with just one spell, and IP will take the rest.
Sounds good.
Which means I can just sit there and then get smacked by the tentacle and like pop shield wall just cuz. I don't know if the monk is coming back. I'll see if give him a minute or two. Anybody know a healer? Maybe?
I do, but she doesn't like us till BFA.
Oh, sucks. Hell, even a couple DPS would be nice. Do 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 do. Well, looks like it's about that time. I'll see if we can hold out for a little longer, but I'm not going to make anybody stay for a ridiculous amount of time. You do. Summon these new people. Oh no, the Death Knight. For anybody in here that I don't have on Battle Tag, if you would like to add Leoric, please add Leoric. And we will be doing this weekly so that we all have a chance to, you know, get this down. Regardless if you died, you know, it's a personal achievement, so long as you don't die any of the other times that we kill these three, you will get your chosen title. I always need more people, as you can see. Pugs are pugs and leave whenever they feel like it. Some people, they have legit reasons that, yeah, I'm not dogging on them, I just mean in general. I'm gonna give it about 10 more minutes, see if we can get any more people to show, and if we hit that mark and nobody showed, then we're just gonna call it here and we will try again. I will be putting up a raid, open raid group again for the same, you know, day, Wednesday next week, same time, which is 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you can make it, great. If you can't make it, sorry, maybe you can make it to the next one. And I will broadcast it on what's it called? BNet. There's one dude. And another dude. Looks like a demon hunter bailed. Rip. That's weird. I'll send you one, Rogan. You get mine? I'll send it again. How about now? I sent you a second one. Oh, the pally's back. But we don't have any healers at all. Oh, we have one. I lied. You're here, I forgot. Hey, there you go. I got it that time. Alright, about 5 more minutes. See if we can get a couple more people. Maybe not necessarily exactly 20, but I would like, you know, maybe another healer. A couple DPS would be good.
I have many lucky doos you like. May your feet find good trails.
Rip. Do 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 do. Alright, well, there's only about 2 minutes left. I'm just gonna call it here. Thank you guys for sticking it out. Appreciate it. I hope to see y'all next week. Like I said, if I'm not already on your BNet, add the York. We're going to, you know, do again next week on Wednesday. Hopefully you're free. We'll be doing it as many times as it takes for people to get their achievement. You don't have to sign up on Open Raid. I mean, obviously it'd look better, but no, you don't have to. I'm still gonna make one regardless. But appreciate it. Like I said, you can hang out in Discord. I don't care who uses this, as long as you don't fucking spam people. But yeah, y'all have a good night.